Hey, how you doing? Taylor from Sweet Southern Vapes. So today we've got the Griffin tank, the RTA. It is the first RTA with the biggest deck. It's actually really nice. I had no problem with building on here. I did throw ribbon clappings on here. It's got 3mm holes, I think is what it says, or actually 2mm, and it's a 2-post velocity design. The tank itself holds I think 3.5mm of juice, so it'll hold over very well. The juice channels are nice. It's got a ring around where the juice channels are at, so that's where you set your cotton at. I'll show you in the close-ups. This is a really good tank, especially if you like building and you just don't want to drip. So just throw this bad boy on your mod and just go. You'll be happy that you did, because this is a really good tank. I've actually had a lot of people come in here and tell me how much they love them. So let me take you down to the FaceTime. I'll show you what the package includes, and then I'll come back up and I'll show you how she bakes. Griffin tank. It comes in a nice package. It has a slide-off sleeve, and there are your contents of your box. So you've got this extra Pyrex right here, and it does come in stainless steel, which I think looks really nice, but this black also looks great, especially the black on black that I got from my mod. So it comes with this little, actually pre-installed chuff cap. I don't think it's a 510, so that's actually pretty nice, because I always like the bigger tips. It is top fill, so I'm going to go ahead and show you the build deck. That's my favorite part. So you got your juice flow control here, and you line that up with this little ring right there, and then you've got your 2-post build deck. And that's really nice, because on a tank you don't really get much of that. On my Conqueror I have the postless, which is nice also, but you've got the airflow down there just like on the Conqueror, and then you got these little juice channels, those right there. So you just set your cotton on the top of that ring right in there. There's like a little ring, kind of see it sitting on top of the juice channels. You can see it better there, but you set them right on top of that ring, so that way when the juice comes in, it floods the, well, I wouldn't say flood, because flooding the coils is not a good thing, but it will flow right into the coils, and it will flow right underneath onto the cotton. Keep that saturated. I think the juice flow control is nice. Gives that, so that way if you want the juice to cut off a little bit and it's flooding your coils a little much, you don't have to worry about it. There's the top fill section. Then I'll slide that right back in here. That connects, that's your chimney that connects to the juice flow control. Sits right over your coils. Let me put this back together. I'll show you the build I have in mind. I did ribbon clappings. Those came out really nice for my Griffin, actually. I tried putting those 24 gauge, 40 gauge claptons in there, but it just didn't really work out too well because they didn't want to fire much. But if you can see those holes lining up, they're twisting, and it just lines up for the juice. And then on the bottom of this packet, of course, you've got your Allen key. You can set in green seals, which I don't know why they did that, but then you got your 510 adapter if you want to throw a 510 in there. And then you got extra screws. Just the normal. Let me go ahead and put this back, show you mine. I honestly like this tank like a lot. I haven't stopped using it since I got it. Alright, so mine's a little juicy, but there it is. See, I kind of tucked them into the juice channel, the cotton, but that's because I had a little too much cotton, so I just let it sit right in there. And it doesn't do any harm. Just make sure you don't cover up those air holes, because if you do, it'll feel like it's kind of suffocating in the air, and then that won't be too good of a vape. With this one, it came out to be 0.23. So it's a really nice tank. It holds 3.5 millimeters of juice. It's got a nice, really warm vape because the air hole is not as much as an RTA would be, but it still sits pretty and it still feels good because you don't always have to constantly drip. Again, with these, I always like to build, so I always have to have something to build to use for the most part. So this tank actually really did me justice because I had the two-post design like the Velocity, and I really like the Velocity style, and I know a lot of tanks nowadays or even RDAs are reverting now back to the two-post design like the Velocity. It even says on this box it's got a Velocity style build deck. So I just think that's funny because a lot of them are mimicking the Velocity style build deck. So good job Velocity for coming out with the two-post deck because you are the real MVP. So let's go back up to the FaceTime and I'll show you how she chucks. Alright, and we're back. So I've got this running at 0.23 at 65 watts. Let me show you how she vapes. I'd say that's pretty nice for a tank. It gives great flavor. The juice flows right into that cotton, and you just got to make sure, once you get your cotton filled down, then it'll all work out just fine because the juice likes to hit. But if you have too little juice, you will overflow and it'll flow into your air hole, and you'll get either spit back on your device or spit back into your mouth, which is never good. No one likes hot juice on their tongue. But if you get too much, then the juice won't keep up saturated enough for the coils to burn. So you will end up burning your cotton, or you burn out the coils earlier on than you would normally. So you just have to find that right balance. I usually find my balance with a 2.5 millimeter wrap. That gives me just the right amount of cotton to be able to throw in there and keep it juiced all the time. I don't ever worry about this thing running out. I just always fill it back up and bam, there I go. So let me show you how she vapes again. It's nice. It's a nice airflow. Kind of have to tug on it a little more. I'm still not used to this little airflow that it's got because I've been using the J-Bow. The Indestructible's got top and side airflow. I'll be bringing that review to you soon, so be looking out for that one on our channel on YouTube. You can come get them here at Sweet Southern Vapes. I think they are running for 50 bucks. And then if you buy this, we will throw a free build in for you. So if you want me to build, I can throw some Claptons in. Just ask for me by name. We do have pre-builds. Someone else can throw in there for you. It doesn't matter. I definitely recommend this tank, so come get them if you want them. All right, thanks for watching.